The phrase, "it's a small world," sums up this next story. We're all connected in one way or another. Some of those ties are just a little stronger than others. Jody Kurzman shares a story about a transplant, a tragedy, and invisible threads that will forever connect two families.
Sewing is Carol Krause's passion.
When I was a kid, my mom taught me how to sew.
She's been sewing and collecting fabric.
I love fabric.
Ever since. About 25 years ago, Carol started quilting.
I've met a lot of amazing women doing quilting.
And these days, quilting has become a sort of therapy for Carol.
He had a turkey.
Come, boss!
Carol's husband,
Come, boss!
Mick Riesinger, finds his therapy here, among his animals.
Seems like we inherit more every other day.
As he cares for his animals, Mick is also learning to care for himself and learning to live with a new kidney.
I was in kidney failure, and then I got that magical call.
That call meant Mick was getting a new kidney and a chance at a better life.
I felt very blessed for the gift.
But Mick knew the gift also meant someone else was grieving.
I was pretty sad by the fact that somebody had to pass away for me to live.
Mick and Carol immediately began searching for a way to say thank you. For Mick, it meant writing a letter to the donor family.
Really didn't think I'd hear back, but at least I was able to tell them, how I felt.
Much to their surprise, they did receive a response.
It's from his family, and they have the obituary notice and everything right there, so I could actually, put a face to it.
Mick and Carol learned Mick's kidney had come from 15-year-old Sarah Erickson, a Rapid City teen who died in a tragic accident.
I feel very blessed that Mick got a young and healthy kidney, but I feel so much for those parents losing a daughter at that age. I just can't imagine it.
Carol once again turned to her sewing machine and pieced together this quilt.
And she's walking off into the sunset.
A gift for Sarah's parents.
A lot of love and gratitude went into this quilt.
For Carol and Mick, this was the first step in healing.
I can't imagine anything worse than losing a child.
Carol and Mick know no gift or words can ever truly show their gratitude, but they will continue to live each day with thankful hearts, forever grateful for the gift of life. In Gladstone, I'm Jody Kurzman, reporting for your news leader.
Carol and Mick really wanted to meet Sarah's parents in person to properly thank them for the gift of life. The two couples finally did get together. It was an emotional and healing day, and one that forever strengthened that invisible thread that connects them. We'll have more on that tomorrow. Well, there are thousands of ways people can connect. Maybe it's a phone, text message, email, or social media. Or maybe it's your neighbors, classmates, relatives, and coworkers, people we connect with because of proximity. Then there are those random, unexpected encounters that can create an invisible thread that binds strangers together for life. This next story tells us about one of those invisible threads that has forever connected two families and altered the course of 5 lives. Jody Kurzman has the story.
Mick Riesinger is a bit of a horse whisperer.
If you touch this,
He feels especially connected to these horses. They once belonged to Sarah Erickson, a 15-year-old girl who died in a tragic accident last August. Mick received one of her kidneys.
and I'm very thankful for it.
Mick was in kidney failure for 4 years and had been on dialysis. Now, thanks to Sarah, he's got a second chance at life.
It's a beautiful animal.
And even though he never met Sarah, Mick feels her presence and even catches himself talking to her.
Almost feel like you're in communication with her.
Here, with Sarah's horses, Mick feels it even more. Sarah's mom feels it too.
I hear her laughing, or I know she's so close, even though she isn't visible to me anymore. She's just so close all the time. So that's her handwriting.
These tattoos,
Because she loves so many sunsets.
keep Sarah even closer.
I look at them, I just know they're for me, and they're for me kind of from her.
This meeting at the horse stables is the first time Coral, Mick, and his wife Carol
No way.
met face to face.
She's just loved and missed.
For Coral, it's a chance to share stories about Sarah.
Sarah was amazing, and she loved life, and she loved people, and she loved animals.
Coral is pretty sure Sarah would have loved Mick and Carol. For Mick and Carol, it's a chance to say thank you
I'm just very, very blessed.
and to deliver this quilt Carol made in Sarah's memory.
It is absolutely just a work of art that I will cherish forever.
And I feel like a piece of me goes into that quilt, just like a piece of that donor is now in Mick.
And we've been very blessed, and we are so grateful in our tragedy that we were able to help somebody else in a way that nobody else could.
Now, that invisible thread that connects these two families is a little more distinct.
You just never know where all those invisible threads are.
In Rapid City, South Dakota, I'm Jody Kurzman, reporting for your News Leader.
Sarah's family also donated her intestine, liver, pancreas, and her other kidney. They have not connected with the recipients of those organs. Coral isn't sure they ever will.